because I never really had any speech therapy per se. Overcoming stuttering was something that by the time I was about 26 or 27, it was no longer an issue in my life because I really understood a lot more about the things that contributed to that problem. I grew up afraid. I was identified very early as a high IQ kid. I was very smart. And I was also highly sensitive. And that combination made me vulnerable. I can't talk today. Vulnerable to a lot of things.
You mean that you are an empath? You know, like people's feelings and living them as your own?
Oh,
is it this kind of ability?
I always was that way. I still am. I'm very empathic. It's very easy for me to feel other people's problems and emotions and excitement and everything else. I just pick up a lot of this stuff. And
and do you think this contributed to you developing stuttering at the age of, was it 3 or 4?
Well, I'm going to suggest that we do not use the word stuttering.
Okay. How shall we call it?
Let's call it holding back.
Holding back. Okay, holding back.
And the way I describe the problem, I said, and actually do this with me. Hold your hands like this. Okay. Now I want you to pull your right hand to the right. Pull your right hand to the right and pull the left hand to the left. When you find, when these forces pull in equal strength so that you can't move forward, move one way or another, that is a definition of a block.
Okay, yeah, true.
Two forces of equal strength pulling you in opposite directions. And you can get rid of the block in several ways. You can choose not to pull either to the right or to the left, in which case you can
just
move,
let go.
Yeah. Or you can choose not to hook your hands together totally. But normally people wouldn't say, well, I have a block with my hands, because you can see what you're doing. You can see that you can either do this or you can do that.
So are you saying that people who started, they have a choice to just let go and not push anymore? And how do you actually let go? How do we allow ourselves?
They had a choice in the beginning when they were not conscious of what they were doing. In other words, if you're sensitive and if you have feelings, and if you're not comfortable with the feelings, when the feelings come up and you need to express yourself, there is a tendency to hold back. And that's why I keep saying, do not talk about the fact that you wanted to stutter. Talk about the fact that you wanted to hold back.
Hold back. Mhm.
So when the impulse to hold back is as strong as the impulse to speak, then you have two forces of equal strength pulling in opposite directions, and you have a speech block. At the heart of it,
Mhm.
it's obviously a lot more complicated than that, but at the heart of it, that's what the problem is. It is not a speech problem per se.